Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? The date is 25th of July 2018. Time right now is 2:31 in the afternoon. Okay, after a very long time, I'm actually going to give you a book review, and the book review is the one-page marketing plan by Mr. Allan Dib. I hope I got his name right. Okay, first a disclaimer. I got this book sent to me by Allan Dib's marketing team. They asked me a couple of days ago, would you like to review the book? And I was like, okay, fine. I don't mind reviewing the book, reviewing any book, provided it's a book that I can feel, not a PDF. I hate reading digital books. So if it's a book that I can feel and you'll send it to me via post, I'll review it. So, they actually sent it across and I received it. Now, when I received the book, immediately as soon as I read the title, I was like, oh my goodness, not another management book or book on sales or selling or, just the typical stuff. Because, see, here's the thing. When you're talking of a management book or a book on sales or, any of these corporate-ish books, what happens is there's nothing new that is bought into the book. There's nothing that you have not read. Like if you have read Tom Peters, if you have read, let's say, Al Rice, or you have read Jeffrey Gitomer or all these other authors, you know for a fact that whether it's Tom Hopkins or any of these guys, there's nothing new. It's all old information which is rehashed and repackaged and put across as, wow, this is something new, but it's actually the same old stuff. So as soon as I read like the one-page marketing plan, I was like, not again. And on top of that, the book is not very attractive. This is me being very honest and critical. Okay, the book is not very attractive in terms of its package. And here you have Al Rice, who's obviously a legend in marketing. If you have read his books, the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing and Positioning. So he has a couple of good books. So I was like, okay, fine, he must have been just trying to be polite. And then when you turn the book, it's written here, warning, do not read this book if you hate money. So I was like, this is going to be another boring book. So on the outset, I was like, this book is going to suck. It's going to be bad. And I'm just going to flip through the pages. I'm just going to look through it fast, and that's about it. So, and it kind of put me in a very difficult situation, because what happens is, the author or the management team or the marketing team that was kind enough to send me this book would expect me to put a couple of nice words or at least say something nice about the book. Imagine if you send someone your book and they give you a review and say, this book sucks, it's terrible, it's boring. I mean, that does more harm than good. So I was like, now what if I hate this book? What do I do? So immediately I kept conjuring up images that, okay, if I don't like the book, I'll be diplomatic about it. I'll just put, like, this is what the book says. These are a couple of the points. So, and I'll not give it an overall rating. So I picked up this book. I started being very skeptical, being very negative. And I was like, I'm not going to like this book. Okay. However, very strange. Okay. Very, very strange. Right after I opened this book, I'll tell you, I immediately took my highlighter and I started highlighting points. Now, keep in mind, I only do this if I find something worthwhile. I never highlight a book or I never underline if I don't find anything worthwhile. And I was like, okay. The first thing it says, the fastest path to make money, which I like. I like making money. And it said that it quoted Zig Ziglar, money isn't everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen. I was like, this is a good book. Then he also spoke about, as you move further, it's like, he spoke of Michael Gerber's E-Myth Revisited. So I was like, okay, there might be something good about this book. So I started to underline bits and pieces. I kept going on the Pareto principle. So I was like, okay, fine. Maybe he's just taking the best bits from other books. So I was like, okay, if nothing else, this will be more like a book that will refresh my mind. But then from there, he moved into definitions. And the definitions that he put here were his own. He gave interesting analogies of marketing being like a circus, what each step means. I was like, okay, fine. This guy is a smart guy. Remember this much. If you have to be a good professional speaker, or if you have to be a good communicator, you have to have the capacity to make like even normal conversation interesting. And if you can make normal conversation interesting, you are a good communicator. He was able to make terms that I already knew about, like marketing, management, sales, promotion, stuff that I knew about. He was able to make it pretty interesting. So I was like, okay, maybe the guy has something there. But I was still skeptical. So I was like, okay, fine. I moved. Then this is his marketing plan, which is here. I'll put the links in the video where you can download this, his website. And from there, it moved into the main aspect of the book, that is Act 1. And from there, it is like 3 main acts. Let me just see the script because I've written it down. I'll put the link of the written review that I've given. So he has 3 acts, the before phase, during phase, after phase, and each act is divided into 3 bits. So I read the book. I actually read the book, and it's a very, very easy read. The only reason I was, I delayed it a bit because, for those of you who follow me online know that my wife gave birth to my first baby, which is a baby girl, Helen, and I was busy with that. So that's why it took time. So what are the things that I liked about this book? I'll tell you the good, bad, ugly. The good things that I liked about this book, one is it's very easy to read. It's very, very easy to read. The information is presented in a very interesting manner. It is content rich. The advice that he gives here is very practical. It's like when I read it, I didn't feel as if he just took it from day-to-day books. I felt that he was giving insights to practical experience, stuff that you can resonate to. The information was very apt and relevant. Although I did feel the Apple example that he gave was a bit cliche. There were a lot of thought-provoking questions that really made me think. It's like even though I train people in terms of personal branding, he made me think like, okay, what's your elevator pitch? What would you say in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds? So that kind of reminded me when I used to train my clients, okay, this is how you need to sell yourself. So there were some really thought-provoking questions. He also had a lot of practical strategies, like what you should and shouldn't do in terms of, let's say, sales or copywriting. Lots of to-do activities. That is, he'd not tell you explicitly do this, but then if you are a person like me who, if he reads something, he likes to do it, there were lots of things. That is why I kept underlining them, because I felt, okay, I need to try this the next time. I need to do this the next time. And last, if not the least, he kind of like dumbed it down, the science behind copywriting and the science behind selling. So these were the 9 bits that I really loved about this book. Now, given the fact that I don't want it to look like, okay, if I give Loy a book, if I send him a book, he's going to praise my book. He's not going to speak anything negative. I decided to take, okay, I'll play the devil's advocate, and I'll also state a couple of drawbacks about this book. Now, mind you, I love this book. I'm being explicit here. I love the book, but I'm playing the devil's advocate so that it kind of balances it out. Okay, the first drawback that I did find about this book is, at the end of every chapter, he could have summarized in 1 page, just sticking to the theme, the 1-page marketing plan. So he could have summarized in 1 page all the main points of the book, which was not there. Okay. The second thing is, there weren't many examples to support the author's points. The only examples that, jump to my head right now when I think about it is only Apple. Okay. I felt he could have done a lot more. In terms of his website is 1PMP. It sounds like pimp. Okay. It's 1PMP.com. Another one is successwise.com. Immediately it was like, why 1PMP? Why not Allan, what's his name? Allan Dib. Why not something unique? Why such a boring name like Success-Wise? It's so cliche. It's so forgettable. So for a guy who has come out with such an amazing book, why something that stands out? Like I only remember 1PMP because I thought pimp. So that's the only reason. Success-Wise, I would never remember it. So why didn't he do that? Then in terms of the book cover itself, had I seen this book with many other books, yes, yellow would stand out as yellow, but it looked pretty cheesy. It doesn't look like attractive. And behind when you read it, it's like, warning, if you read this book, don't read this book if you hate money. That is so, yuck. It's like, come on, you could have done better than that. And, I just felt the external look of the book didn't do justice to the amazing content that was there within the book. And given the fact that I, always browse through a book, I browse it this way and I try to find the main points. I'm 100% sure if I'd browsed the book, like just speed reading and just try to find out whether I like the book or not, I would have said no to this book. So these were the 5 drawbacks that I found of this book. So now, moment of truth. My mentor always told me that, 1 kilo of theory, if you have 1 gram of practical actions, that's much better than, having 1,000 kilograms of theory. So in the same way, if you are a person who only reads a book and doesn't do anything, this book is going to be one of these other books where you read, it feels good, and that's finished. It's like, for example, you want to build a strong chest, you want to bring strong shoulders and strong triceps. If you know that doing, let's say, bench press or push-ups to failure will make you strong, reading it is not going to make you strong. Doing it every single day consistently will make you strong. So in the same way, if you read, let's say, a book on spirituality, just reading it is not going to make you spiritual. Doing it will make you spiritual. In the same way, in all my years of being a personal branding strategist, if I were to read any concept of marketing, any concept of sales, any concept of management or leadership, I cherry pick. I pick up, okay, I'm going to try this and see how does it work. Okay, the elevator pitch or the, the hook tag sales technique, or let's say the reverse psychology in terms of selling. I will try them and I'll keep trying them till I master them or till I find out ways in which it can work. So if you are the type of person who just reads a book and just keeps it back, I doubt this book is going to help you. But if you're the type of person who reads a book, finds interesting stuff, underlines it like how I do, and implements it, this book it can be a game changer for you. And I'm not saying this because the guy gave me the book for free. I'm telling you this because I practically felt there were a lot of stuff in this book that I need to revisit, I need to redo. Just as Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth Revisited, is an instant classic, I personally felt that this book is going to be a classic. It's going to be a book that will change people's lives, especially those who implement this book. So if you ask me, do I recommend this book? Absolutely, I recommend you buy this book. I think this book is worth its money. Absolutely. Don't just download the PDF. Buy the book. Seriously, buy the book because it's a great book. Okay, having said that, I really appreciate the team for sending me this book. Thank you very much. This is a book I'm going to refer, I'm going to use. I definitely found a lot of value. It's funny that there's not much written about Allan Dib. I think he's a enterprising guy. He's a guy with experience, and I think he can prove to be an amazing catalyst or consultant wherever he goes. So it has been my pleasure reviewing this book. Like I told you, I got this book for free, and I'm not praising this book only because I got it for free. So if you're planning to send me a book and you expect me to speak good about it and it sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. So just be wary of that. Having said that, guys, check out the written book review that is there. Check the links. Remember, go to 1PMP, not PIMP, 1PMP if you want to get a summary of this book, a PDF of this book. Great articles are there. And you can go to SuccessWise. They need to change that. I don't like the saying SuccessWise. There also you'll get more worthwhile content. So having said that, Loy from LoyMachedo.com, who's Loy Machedo in Think Personal Branding, giving you his review for this book, which is a good book. And you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. Put your reviews, put your comments, put your thoughts. Always respond to them. And this is me saying goodbye for now. Thank you very much. Take care. And Alan, thanks a lot. Be in touch with me. Add me up on Facebook if you can. This is me saying goodbye for now. Take care. Oh, one more thing. that lady who sent me, "You are one persistent woman." Oh my goodness. You were persistent to the point you irritated me, and I decided to finish this book. My baby has not made any noise. So this is me sending you regards. So Allan, your marketing team does a good job. They are very persistent, and they are very, their follow-up is amazing. So this may, I just thought I'd say this also before ending it. This is me saying goodbye for now. Take care, guys.